Happy Friday, everyone. Here we are again, another week over. So what have we been up to this week? Well, it's been actually a very busy week. Monday we were at a finance business partnering workshop, learning all about what finance business partnering really is and what skills you need to have to be an effective finance business partner. Tuesday then I was invited along to the World Cup startup show in the Ormo Bass, and that was a very interesting evening. And one lucky entrepreneur has won a chance to go to San Francisco and pitch for a $1 million pound investment. So good luck to that person. Then on Wednesday I went along to a new chapter of a BNI networking event, which is starting up in the Newton Abbey area. So I went along as a visitor to that to see if perhaps that'd be something that I might be interested in taking on for the next year. Then yesterday evening, I actually went along to the Ladies at Lunch event, which was held in the Allstate building in Belfast, and that was listening to female entrepreneurs who have been successful in their journey to date, and some useful tips picked up there on what it takes to be an entrepreneur, and just hearing how other people's journey has gone. It was very inspirational and motivational, and thoroughly enjoyed it. And then this morning I was at one of the Lisbon Chamber of Commerce events. It was held this morning around Brexit and the economy. So that was useful to meet. That's like my first time to be at a Chamber of Commerce event. Found it very interesting, met a few people. But yeah, so it's been a busy week in terms of being around and visiting different places, meeting different people. So that's been my week. And so now we're going to see how Emmet's been getting on in the next part of Emmet's story. Welcome back, everyone. Here we are with Emmet. Now, so what's been happening this week with Emmet? Well, we've sat down again to just go over the actions we've agreed, which, if you recall, are one, to implement a cloud accounting system. So that's underway, and Ekstra Accounting Solutions will help and do most of the work on that side with some input, obviously, from the admin staff. Two, we have put the wheels in motion to engage a credit control company who will chase up the more challenging debts that Emmet's company has incurred and is finding difficult to collect. Three, we've sat down with Emmet to go through the process or to explain to him how the process of a budget works, seeing that he hasn't done this before. Effectively, there is 4 stages in the budgeting process. So one, we look at the income. So we look at the types of income, the volumes, the level of income that Emmet would like to achieve or hit this year. We then look at the cost of sales associated with that. So that's all the direct costs connected to the sales of the company. We've broken that down by product and by area and by customer, because it's important to measure those. And then thirdly, we would look at all the indirect costs. And then the fourth part really is to bring it all together and understand the margins, understand the profitability, and understand what Emmet is likely to be able to take from the company in terms of drawings. It's gone through all of that, which is great. However, Emmet's come back with a concern around how much time this is all really going to take for him and his staff. So we've listened to his concern, we've talked to him about it, and the conclusion really is that Emmet needs to now start thinking on a more strategic level than he maybe has done so in the past. But it is a valid and legitimate concern, because Ekstra Accounting Solutions can only implement and support Emmet's business with the help and support of him and his staff. So what we conclude is that we possibly need to look at the roles of the admin staff and the amount of time that Emmet's actually working in his business as opposed to on his business. Next week, what we're going to look at is what the solution to that potentially is. So that's where Emmet is at the moment. We're progressing. So next week, if you join us, we'll talk a little bit more about Emmet's the solution to Emmet's concern. See you all next week. Bye.